and welcome to another edition of Country Reds. Well, I'm inside the house. Why am I wearing this mask? Well, we're going to be talking about that. While everybody is wearing their masks, what's the part of your face that you can see? Well, you can see your hair, and the only thing that's showing any expression are your eyes. So we're going to be talking about eye color and eyeshadow. That's why I don't have any on right now, because I know it's not really a good look for me. Okay, so before we move on, let me remove this mask. Okay, so before we get into eye color and eye shadows, I want to tell you a little bit about my week. So I thought I needed a new fun eyeshadow palette. So I thought I would go over to Sephora. And while I was there, I was also going to be looking for some new concealer because I have a few H spots. I know you can't see them on this camera, but I do. So I go to this young girl and she wanted to know if she could help me. And I said, yes, I'm looking for a really, really great cover up. And so she's like, well, first we have to just start with your skincare. I said, okay. Well, I'm just actually just here for like a couple spots. And she's like, hey, Sally, she needs something for her skin. And the girl yells back, did you point her towards the skincare? I'm like, well, okay, I understand this. She goes, well, do you wear sunscreen? Okay, I can't go back. I did some horrible things in the 80s and 90s. But for right now, like I'm moving forward, I got my sunscreen, I have a really good skin regimen, but right now I just need some spot concealer things. Okay. So she points me over to this these things and she goes, okay, I think this one's going to be good for you. And I'm looking at it kind of perplexed. And she goes, you seem to be confused. And it is true. I have my mask, but my eyes always go like, I'm right. They tell a lot of things. So I said, well, I don't know if I'm confused. I just don't know if that's like the right color. And I said, and her skin looked amazing. I mean, what could I see from that? I mean, and she was younger. And I said, so, well, what kind of concealer do you use? And she's like, I have flawless skin. I was sitting there feeling really old and really ugly. And I was like, I need to get out of here. Anyways, well, I did end up getting what she suggested and it didn't work because I didn't think it would work. But by that time I was thought, you know what? She's young. She knows stuff. I should just trust her. Yeah, it turned out weird. So I did end up just, thanks to the help of my young daughter, I just ended up just getting some of the NYX NYX. And then I could just figure out what part of my problem is. It's just different colors. So I'm still working on that. Yeah. Also, we did get one letter in. So let's read that. It says, Dear Country Reds, I love your show. Thank you. I tried sending chick pics to the wife, but she didn't like it. JB. Well, hopefully you were sending these because what's not to love about your chicken? Okay. Turned weird. Okay, so we're going to talk about eye color and eye shadows. So I have a basic color wheel. So for me, it's easy to figure out if I'm a blue-eyed person, what's the opposite to make your eyes stand out, especially when you're wearing masks. It's going to be more of the orange and reds. But for those that have gray eyes, brown eyes, green eyes, obviously that's probably an easy one too. You're going to look good in the dark maroons and purples. But even for the brown eyed, I kind of put this on my phone so you can kind of see a really pretty color. I know it doesn't show up on here. It's a brown color and it looks so beautiful when the brown-eyed people are wearing like the violets and they get away with the blues. Because again, we don't want to be competing with our eye color. We want to make them stand out. So this will be really interesting for me to put on eyeshadow on camera. We'll see if it goes all haywire. Okay. So I've already, when I put on my foundation, I just put a little bit of the concealer on my eyelids too, just because you want a clean palette. Sometimes our eyelids are maybe on the purpley side or the blue side, and we just kind of want to make sure that it matches our whole face and it gives us like a clean slate. Okay. So I love Ipsy. And sometimes they send you little things so you get to buy some eyeshadow and stuff like that. So, and yes, I am probably too old for these colors, but I don't care. So I have some of these colors that I'll be using. And then I was at Ulta with my daughter, and this one's by the Berries of Juvia's. And I love these colors. Can you see how pretty those are? And this one was called Fruit Sorbet, and it is by Violet Voss. Another thing I'm going to be showing too is, are you too old for glitter? Well, some would say yes. In fact, most YouTube channels say, don't do it. But I'm not a professional makeup artist. I just have fun. And I think if you want to wear glitter and you've got to wear a mask and you want to do something fun with your eyes, because that's the only thing that's really showing up, you should do it. So I'll be showing you some of my tricks too. I'm not going anywhere special. I'm just going to work, but I'm going to wear something fun. Okay. So first of all, I'm actually going to start with the Berries of Juvia, one of these colors. And because I used to not, but now I do have hooded eyes. I woke up one day and I went, what is this? I used to have a lot of space, but now see, that's what it used to look like. Now it's like, oh, just embrace it. What it is what it is. So I really like this brush. It's just nubby. And I think it's an e.l.f. brush. It's so old. I don't even know what number it is. Okay, I'll put on my glasses. I'll find out for sure. Let's see what's happening here. No, it just says eye crease brush. But I'm just going to be using it in the corner of my eyes. You know what? I think I'm going to use maybe this color from this palette first as just kind of all over crease color. So let's just do that. I hope I have all my brushes here. Sure. Here's another one. I don't know what brush this is, but it's kind of a little pointy brush. So I'm just going to use that. And again, I'm just going to kind of put this all the way through. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe I should get really close. I'm not going to get too crazy. And remember, if you do have hooded eyes, no one's going to see when you actually open your eyes, because you want to kind of make sure it's a little bit at the top. Has anybody ever seen the YouTube channel, The Makeup Guy? One of my girlfriends told me to watch it, and I'm just fascinated. I'm like, I kind of want to do that. Like, you go and they tell you like what you should wear, and so that he can go, I don't know what all this is. I don't know. That's my dream. I know, it's sad. All right. Now, because I kind of put that all over, then I'm just only going to work in the corners. And I'm going to use a big fluffy brush. Where's my fluffy brush? This big fat fluffy brush to just always blend. I'm not really going to do anything, but only stay in the corners. Okay. So I'm just going to start with this pink color, and then maybe we'll do some more of these, but let's start gentle. And it's only in the corner. Now, I have done different things where you do your eyes first and then your foundation, and I think that is a great idea. But every time I do my makeup, I forget that I was doing that, and I would do my foundation, go, "Oh, shoot. I was gonna do that first. Oh, well." I'm forgetful. It happens. This is just a mermaid brush. I don't know what number it is, but it's a big fluffy brush, and you're just constantly just and it doesn't matter if it's gonna get all crazy over here. We're not worried about that right now. Just calm yourself. Okay. So you can see that I'm only doing the corners, but I just keep blending, blending, blending. But I'm gonna start building it up. See this crazy hot pink? I'm gonna do that too, because I'm not afraid. You can see how bright it is. Super excited. Oh yeah. That's like, I don't know what's happening, but I like it. And again, only in the corners. And then your big fluffy brush. Okay, I'm liking this. Now, if you got some on the side, you see it way here? Again, we don't want to be bringing our eyes all sad and down. So what I do is I just have a little sponge, and either if it's already, you can sometimes do this, or sometimes I make it damp just a little bit. And this also makes a really sharp corner up. So I might just dampen it just ever so gently. I just a little spray bottle of water. What else can we use? See this dark one right here? We're going to do that, and we're going to kind of do a little bit more contouring. Here's one double-ended. Who's this by? Professional Vision. Isn't that funny when I'm squinting to look at it? Oh, the irony. Okay. So do you see this? And then I'm going to just do a little bit in the crease here. No, you're really not going to see it, but bring it up. And fluffy brush time. Blending, blending. Okay. And again, get your now something else that I do like to do is I do like to get like a little bit of the color, and I do like to just go under here just a little bit. You don't have to get crazy unless you want to, and that's okay too. Okay. So we have on our eyeshadow. Something else that I was learning is that I do have a highlighter, and they're always saying to clean up the inside of your the corners, because where they can get really dark. So I have a little two-ended, and here's like a little one. So when you're doing it, you don't want to go down, but you want to go up. And so this one is called Space Case, and it's a little highlighter. I really like this one. And you're just going to get right in here. And again, go up, and here's like a little, I know it doesn't really show up here. But there we go. Can you see it? I used to kind of highlight on the brow bone, and now I kind of don't, just because it does have a few little, well, a lot of wrinkles. So it's not like, I mean, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Okay, so now let's do the fun stuff. Let's see if we're going to do a little bit of glitter. So these I have done the sprinkle glitter, and then I had like some sort of like primer that I put in. I've even used like a little bit of hair mousse, and Anyways, I got these elf. I think they're like $5 or $6. Here's one that's silver glitter. It's fun. It's pretty. Show you the different colors. Here's a gold one. I wasn't sure how I felt about that. Oh, I'm going to show you in just a second. And then I have one that's kind of like a pinky bronze. Can you see this? Oops. Show the elf how pretty it is. It's really pretty. And that one's pretty too. And they're all very, it's glittery and it can just stay on all day. I don't know if you can see the gold and then the kind of the pinky. The other day, I haven't really used this gold very much, but I thought, oh, I'm going to try it. I really liked it. I thought it was pretty. So let's put on a little bit. So again, you just want to put it on your eyelid and more towards the corner because especially if you have hooded eyes, it's not going to show up very much. So I just put on a little bit like more towards the corner. You can blend it out a little bit. Again, sometimes it's not, that part's not going to really see, but you do not want to put this in the crease because it just doesn't matter. No one's going to see it. But this is really fun because then when you wear your mask, it looks pretty. I think it looks pretty. And no one has said you look completely hideous. But maybe they wouldn't say anything. They just thought, oh, that's just Heidi. That's what she does. She ain't right. That's all right. My fluffy brush. Anyways, so that's that. And now when you wear your mask, it just looks like, do you know what? I'm just trying to get through this pandemic with a little bit of joy. Because again, we're only seeing from here to here. So back to people with different colored eyes. So you have so many choices. You have so many colors. The blue-eyed people, obviously, whatever's opposite on the color wheel, you are working with. Let me look at this again. So you're working with obviously for an everyday look. If you just want to keep to like the beautiful chocolate browns, I would definitely go more towards the mahogany. You know, it just makes your eyes stand out when you're doing the opposite of what your eye color is. The greens, again, you can get away with the beautiful lavenders and more on the magenta, crimson. Don't be afraid. And for those that are scared and just say, I'm too old for this, or whatever your issue is, then just do your usual, natural brown taupe. And you can always do, like a beautiful eyeliner in a plum or a navy, or just a little bit, just dab it a little bit to see how fun that is. And let's see. Oh, and obviously the brown-eyed people, those with hazel eyes, those with golden color eyes, you get to have the blues. So remember when everyone used to wear blue, but that was all not necessarily a good look. Done that color. But I did use it more like as a small little eyeliner towards the end. So I hope you have fun. I hope you try something new. I hope you get out there, do the glitter if you want. It doesn't matter. You're just wearing your mask anyway. So if you just want to do your makeup from up, then do that. And do you know what we didn't do? And don't forget, thank you so much for coming to my show. I hope you have a super day. Be kind, add a little bit of glitter to your life. If that means eyeshadow or just a little bit of joy for someone else, go ahead and do that. I hope you like the show. Give me a like, subscribe, send me a message, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.